Epstein accountant spills bombshell payout to alleged Trump victim. Today's congressman came out and spoke about the settlement that Trump had with a female from Epstein files. So I guess that should be proof. I want to see the transcript. He said that all the info is in there. So Donald Trump paid out a settlement to one of his accusers? Yeah, no. I'm glad that that person made that comment, so now let's break down the information. Because I'm pretty sure they want to know just as bad as the rest of us. Now, before I get into the long answer, let's get into the short answer. No, there is currently no publicly released transcript showing Donald Trump paid a settlement to an Epstein victim. What came out today in Congress appears to be testimony or claims discussed in hearings, not a confirmed court settlement transcript. Reports from today indicate that Jeffrey Epstein, former accountant, testified before Congress and mentioned that an accuser connected to Trump received money from the Epstein estate. This statement comes during a House Oversight Committee deposition. The accountant said an alleged Trump accuser received a payout from Epstein's estate. That does not necessarily mean Trump paid a settlement himself. Depositions and testimony are not the same as court judgment or settlement agreement. At the moment, the full transcript from the hearing has not yet been publicly released, which is why you're not seeing it widely online yet. So bottom line with that real quickly is that there's no publicly confirmed transcript showing Trump paid a settlement to an Epstein victim. A congressional witness reportedly mentioned a payout from Epstein's estate, not Trump. The main allegation, Katie Johnson, never went to trial, was withdrawn, and so there are no court transcripts to prove it. Of course, back to Katie Johnson, which we're always here every time they talk about the Epstein files. A lot of politicians on social media post a reference of 2016 lawsuit involving a woman who used the name Katie Johnson. What actually happened with that case was that she accused Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein of assault when she was 13 years old. The lawsuit was filed and then withdrawn before trial. No evidence was tested in court. No settlement with Trump was ever confirmed. Her identity has never been publicly even verified. To the point people are trying to figure out if this person even exists. And I mean, even after intensive investigation, of course, they want to nail Donald Trump so bad they're drooling over it. And they still investigative reporters tried to track her down and confirm the story, but could not independently confirm who this person was. They cannot find them. Resurfaced information shows that the allegations were heavily promoted by a man using the name Al Taylor, who was later identified as Norman LeBeau, a former producer associated with sensational TV shows. I heard he was on Jerry Springer for some shit. LeBeau admitted he helped promote the organize the claims, and critics said his involvement made the story less credible. Now, they were supposed to even hold a press conference where it was going to be video proof showing the woman who was accusing Donald Trump and giving her statement. That didn't happen. But then later, a video still circulated online where the video actually did not help. It raised more questions. The journalist pointed out that the woman's identity was never verified by reports or the court. The video was not a sworn testimony and wasn't part of court records. Mind you, in the video, she's wearing a hood, glasses on, completely trying to disguise herself, whatever the case may be. That's not uncommon. But anyways, the lawsuit was withdrawn shortly afterwards, so the claims were never testified in court. Without a sworn testimony, documents, or cross-examination, the video remains unconfirmed allegation. And of course, on social media, y'all see those lists of documents that keep being shared, and the documents that people keep sharing online is pages from the civil complaint filed in 2016 accusing Trump and Jeffrey Epstein of the assault of the minor in 1990. The complaint simply shows a plaintiff's allegations written by the plaintiff's lawyer filed to start a lawsuit. It does not mean that the claims were proven. Courts treat it as an accusation that still has to be tested with evidence and testimony. They didn't have any of that. The case never moved forward. Fact of the matter is, no evidence was tested, no deposition occurred, no trial happened. And when it comes to the compensation claims, first of all, After Epstein died in 2019, his estate created the Epstein Victims Compensation Program. Many victims received payouts from that fund. However, those payments came from Epstein's estate, not other individuals. So being compensated by the estate does not mean other people admitted wrongdoing. Of course, people online are misinterpreting those payments as settlements that others paid out, like, of course, Donald Trump. So yeah, I hope that helps. I don't mind deep diving into this information when I have the time, but I noticed that people just quickly go with headlines and share it as much as they can till it goes viral. And then people are not going to do any research. They're not going to dig to find out what's true and what isn't true. They're just going to go with, oh, somebody stated, and it sounds so credible, Congressman said that Donald Trump paid out a settlement. No, Donald Trump did not pay out no settlement.